Hello friends, today we are going to see decision control statement in Python, that is if else, if elif. Let us understand all these statements with the help of programming. Open Python. Here we are going to open new file and here we are going to write our first program. So this hash indicates comment in Python. So let us write one program. Write a program to print number less than 10. Okay, here we are going to write program to print number if it is less than 10. This hash indicates comment. This statement is non-executable statement as it is commented by hash. So let us take one variable x equals to 5 and here I am writing if statement. If condition is that x is less than 10. Our program indicates that if the variable value is less than 10, then it will print that particular number. So here the if statement, here the if keyword is there and this is condition x is less than 10. After that it must be followed by colon. Now if I enter, you see it has left some space, that is one tab space, that is called indentation. What is this indentation? In another languages, the block code is indicated by opening brace and closing brace. Means the existence of that particular block is indicated by opening and closing brace. But in Python, that existence is indicated with the help of indentation. Indentation means proper alignment. What we can say, by leaving particular space from the left side. Here we have to give one tab. The moment I enter here, I'll get one tab space. If that tab space is missed, it will give us error. So now here I just write print bracket. If that x is less, it should print number is less than 10 and is, here I give quote comma x. So what this will do, if my number x is less than 10, it will print that number and it will print the message number is less than 10 and that number is the value of x, which is here 5. Let us run this program. If I run this program, run module, it will say me to save the program. Here I write program name less than. In any name we can give accordingly, less than dot py. So save it. After saving it is giving me result. Number is less than 10 and is 5. As to x we have given 5, it is indicating that that number is less than 10. Let us run this program again by changing this 5 to 12. If I run this program, it has not shown any result as that number is greater than 10. Now in this particular program, I have fixed number in the program itself. Is it possible that my program itself asks me, you enter the number after running the program? Yes, that is possible. So for that we are going to see one function. See here, that function is input function. How this works? Let us see. Here I am saying x equals to input. Now here I am writing enter the number equals to code. Now if I enter here, it will ask me enter the number. Let us execute it. If I press enter, it is waiting for me so that I can enter the number from the keyboard. Suppose I have entered 56, enter. So now what can be the value of x? Let us see that. Yes, definitely it is 56, but it is in single quote. Meaning is what? Let us check the data type of this x. Now what is this data type? If you don't know, we are having one video in our series. The link is given in the description below. So here let us check the data type of this x, that is type. Here I say x. If I press, oh, it is giving string data type. But in our program here, whatever data we have allotted, that is integer. So what to do? Can I convert that string data into integer? Again, yes. How? Now see, this x is of type string. So can I convert it? Yes. So let me say y equals to, here I have to convert the number from string to integer. So here I just have to write int in bracket x and let me enter. And if I now press y, if I print y, then I get 56. Now here there is no single quote, means that number has got converted from string to integer. Let us take that. Let us check the type of y. Type of y, and it will give me, yes, integer. So now see, the class is integer. Now I have converted that string number to integer. Let us go to previous program and modify it so that it can take data from my keyboard. Here I just have to write input in bracket, enter the number. Now see, this enter the number, it is the message that must be shown to user. Means what? We go to ATM, we punch our card. The moment we punch our card, it shows us enter password or cash withdrawal. So these are the message to user which is given by the program inside the machine. Similarly here, if I would like to show some message to user, so that particular action must be performed by that user, so that has to be written in this particular code. Here I just wanted to say to user that pass particular number. So I have written here enter the number. Now that number has to be converted into integer as it is going to take string data. So this must be preceded by keyword int, and here I have to give the bracket. Means what will happen? It will take the number as a string, but this int will convert that number into from string to integer, and x will become integer. Now let us run this program again. It is asking me enter the number. Suppose I have pressed 3. It is saying me that the number is less than 10 and it is 3. Now let us run this program again. Let us enter here 45 and it is showing me no message. Okay, so this is if statement. Now see, in if statement, if this condition becomes true, it will execute the block in that particular if statement. If I have written another statement below to this, if I have written 5 statement and if that condition becomes true, that is x is less than 10, so it will execute the number of statement which is given below to if. Now let us modify this program to identify a number whether it is greater than 10 or less than 10. Or greater than 10. Now I just have to modify in this program. It is saying if this number is not less than 10. Suppose the expression in that bracket, that is x less than 10, is true, it will execute the code below to if. And if it is not true, and if I mention here else statement, that else must be, e must be below to that I, and here it must be followed by colon. How this will execute? If the x is not less than 10, means here if it returns false statement, how it will return false or true statement, that is Boolean statement. In previous video we have seen that. The link is given below in the description, you can watch that video. So here, if this condition becomes false, it will go to else part and it will execute the else part. Now if x is not less than 10, means it must be greater than 10. So it will go to else and we have to execute the else part here. Let me copy this statement. And here I have to print number is greater than 10 and is x. Let me run this program. Enter the code. Let us say 12. It is indicating that the number is greater than 10 and is 12. Let me run this program again. And let me assign number less than 10. Let us 5. If I enter, it is saying that number is less than 10 and is 5. But if I give number 10, so what it will give me? So let me execute this program again. It is asking number and I am giving, that is 10. And it is again saying number is greater than 10 and is 10. Is it true? My program is working in a wrong way. So what is wrong with the program? There is nothing wrong with the program. It is wrong with the logic. How? Let us see. My first statement is if x is less than 10. Is it less? No, it is equal. So it will go into else part and it will print the else statement, that is number is greater than 10 and it is 10. Now what to do? It should identify whether it is greater, whether it is less, or whether it is equal. So let me modify this program again. So here comes the role of else statement. How? That we are going to see. Here, let me modify this statement. Write a program to print number less than 10, greater than 10, or equals. Here it is if x is less than 10, so it will print number is less than 10 and is whatever might be that number. Here again enter, and here I have to enter else if statement. The first condition, it is less. Now I just wanted to say whether it is equals, means I have to again pass one condition. So here comes the statement else if. If x is not less than 10, I have to check another condition, else if x equals to 10. Again I have to give colon here. Let me enter. So automatically it will indented by one tab, and here I have to print the number is equal to. Number is equal to 10. And here I don't have to print this. And last part is else. See, if in any programming language, program executes sequentially. So let us see how this program will behave. If number is, whatever number is passed, if it is less than 10, it will execute the first statement, number is less than 10 and is x, that is whatever value we pass. Then it will eliminate, it will not execute these two statements, elif and else. It will terminate the complete statement. If first condition is not true, then it will check the second condition, else if x equals to 10. If it is equals, it will print number is equal to 10 and it will come out of that complete statement. If the first condition is false, if second condition is also false, then it will print the third statement. And we know that there can only be three possibilities, that x can be less than 10, equals to 10, or greater than 10. Apart from this, there cannot be any another condition. So let me execute this program again. Let us pass the number 23, which is greater than 10. So it is saying the number is greater than 10 and it is 23. Let me run this program again. Pass 10. If I enter, it is saying number is equals to 10 let me check third condition, that is 1. If I enter, it is saying the number is less than 10 and is 1. So in this way, when we would like to take some decision according to some expression, it can be mathematical, it can be logical, depending on program requirement or problem statement. There we can use this decision making statements. In upcoming videos, we'll see number of tutorials based on this. Till then, bye.